Wow, this is really laggy.
Is it bad?
I don't know. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Turf Tangent.
Welcome to the Turf Tangent.
I'm Sid.
I'm Kat.
These chairs are really squeaky. Sorry for the lag. We still haven't figured out the Wi-Fi quite, but you can hear the audio hopefully fine. I can't actually tell. It doesn't even... Okay, no, you can hear us. But I thought we had Gatorade last time, and I got a bubbly this time, so I thought I'd open it for the nice sound. Wow, this is not.
That was not the best sound.
No, it's okay.
And we are not sponsored by Bubbly.
I'm parched. Yeah, sorry for the lag, but we are here, we are live, so if you see anything, we can still respond, and you should be able to hear us just fine. I hope. It worked last time.
But if not, we'll figure it out eventually.
Hopefully next time we'll have some more trials and errors. It's because we're at our school, we're in the library, we're in this little room, where the lighting is very dingy, low-key.
As is the Wi-Fi.
As is the Wi-Fi here. So, we're going to try to figure out a way to get on a better signal or anything. Or maybe if I can, wire my camera to this, through a cord or something.
Worst case scenario, we go back to Zoom.
Yeah, well, we decided not to Zoom last week because it was Thanksgiving break and we were just busy because we were all home. But during the winter break, whenever, 2 weeks from now, 2-3 weeks from now, we will be on Zoom, so, yeah. Anyway, let's get into today's episode. Moving on. There's been a lot
We sound like an ASMR channel right now. Like talking so softly. It's so monotone.
I start talking like a gremlin. I look like a hobo because I can't talk about this.
To the podcast.
Set it on.
Oh.
We had to use different mics I lost the cord for it.
That's so sad.
But anyway,
Continuing.
there was a lot of news, and after we were talking about Emma Hayes in the last podcast, but it was literally we walked out of recording the podcast. We just got cleaned up, and it was official. They just broke the news.
Went through.
ESPN notification. It's official. Emma Hayes is the new coach, and it's going to be an insane amount of money. It's I forget how much it was.
I forget how much it was on par with what Greg Berhalter's not the men's coach anymore, but on par with what the men's coach is. He still the coach?
Yeah, I thought they gave him a leave and he's back.
Well, it's on par with his salary.
Yeah, or his base salary is the same, so the winning whatever she could definitely make more.
Right.
Through that.
So. Oh, I remembered the other things. While we're talking about the U.S. women's national team, the She Believes Cup is no longer a thing.
Yeah.
It is now the Women's Gold Cup. So how is she supposed to believe?
They're just, no one's believing anymore. I mean, I think they just have to listen to the song Don't Stop Believing by Journey and they'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
So the She Believes Cup is getting replaced with the Gold Cup starting in March, I believe.
Yeah, it's usually February, March where it starts.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see if they're still going to continue doing what She Believes did and doing their She Believes summits, because I felt like that was, I don't know if you've ever attended any of those, but they were fun.
I think so. I only was able to go to the Victory Tour games.
Yeah.
And I went to the one with you.
Yeah, but they were interesting. They were really engaging. I did it during COVID, so it was online. But super fun. It's a really good thing for them to be able to connect with the community, and then they bring that into the tournament with having, what is the title of the girl that they bring on? They have a girl for every game that somehow
it's kind of like a mascot.
Yeah,
it's like an inspirational figure,
right? That gets VIP treatment at the games, gets to walk out with the team and everything, and she's voted on by the community and by the fans of this is a up-and-coming, inspiring young woman that deserves to represent other girls on national television. So it's a pretty neat thing. So I'm hoping that they continue to do that with the Gold Cup, even though that title of She Believes is dropped.
Yeah.
But
I mean, same tournament, different names.
So. Exactly.
But still talking about the U.S. Women's National Team, Emma Hayes has officially traveled to Fort Lauderdale to meet with the U.S. Women's National Team players, staff, and anyone else that is there.
The equipment managers, you know.
Yeah, everybody. But I forget what I was gonna say. She's not like she's not coaching at all, but she's kind of just going. She's just in the background right now because Chelsea's still happening. I mean, Chelsea's kicking butt for usual. But they're hoping. I'm hoping Emma Hayes gets the Chelsea Champions League send off.
Yeah.
But anyway,
she deserves it. She deserves it.
I guess we'll just talk with the U.S. ones for like the U.S. women's national team as we're going through here.
Yeah.
We didn't talk the roster because it didn't drop yet. So we'll talk roster in a second. The U.S. Women's National docuseries is coming out
December 12th.
Yes.
You know,
Trinity Rodman said she will watch it. She will be watching it. I don't know about the other players, but she publicly has said that she will be.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see that.
I'm excited. I wish they would have won though.
Yeah, they had about 8 years to show them winning, and they decided in the 1 year that they do their absolute worst tournament outcome they possibly could. That's the year they're gonna film a docuseries. But nonetheless, still very excited.
Yes. Okay. I will go over the roster.
Moving on
To
the roster.
Actually, you wouldn't take goalkeepers?
Sure.
Do you know the roster?
Okay.
Right here.
So
some veterans are getting breaks.
Yes.
If you hear some names that you're like listening for and they're not here, this is usually kind of talent identification.
So, these off-season ones not really leading to any tournaments, just some friendlies. They kind of use them as a developmental stage to bring in players that they think could be for the team at some point. They're just kind of testing them out.
Especially Emma Hayes wants to see all the talent she has.
So more of a opportunity to scout players rather than they're committed to these players being on the roster.
But I'm not surprised by some new faces in here. One, because I said new coach.
Right.
But honestly, if they released some things about Emma Hayes' hiring that said she was highly critical of the U.S. Women's National Team talent system and like their identification stuff, and I guess that actually made the U.S. be like, oh, like we want her because like she's gonna like change that.
And she released those statements way before even knowing she was going to be a coach. So it was raw, unfiltered opinion of the U.S. system of how they bring up players. So.
But anyway, continuing to the goalkeepers.
Okay. So big thing with the goalkeepers is that Alyssa Mayer is not on this list. And honestly, I mean, it's not a shock because she deserves the break. She did great.
It's not like she's going to be like threatened by losing her starting spot.
Right.
Like if she is not there.
But the other players, the other goalkeepers that they did bring up, all have caps. They
I mean, Aubrey Kingsbury only has one, but she's been the backup above Jane Campbell. She kind of fell off. Jane Campbell,
this is her first call up in a while.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but she had a phenomenal NWSL season. So I'm really happy that she's getting the call up. And then Casey Murphy, who was also there.
She's pretty much she's been the backup.
Yeah. So
but I'm hoping Kingsbury, I think Kingsbury is better.
Kingsbury and Casey Murphy were both at the World Cup. So they're used to it. I'm glad that they're going to be able to see some more playing time, hopefully in these friendlies. I would assume that Casey Murphy is going to be the starter because she seems to be the starter when Alyssa Mayer isn't starting. But I'm hoping that Kingsbury can get some minutes too.
Yeah.
But I honestly wouldn't be mad if Jane Campbell was in goal either because I think she's phenomenal.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I'm biased.
We'll see how it goes.
Anyways.
So defenders, there is not much. There's probably one name that you're going to be surprised to hear. I mean, Abby Dahlkemper makes her return, but that's not a surprise. She was playing. I'm not sure how she's going to fit into the squad if she's going to be in the center back because Davidson's also back, both from injury. So it's Alana Cook, Abby Dahlkemper, Tierna Davidson, Emily Fox, Naomi Girma, Casey Kruger, and M.A. Vignola. I don't even know how to say it because I've read
Pretty
it.
sure that's correct.
Yeah, Angel City. So
this is apparently not her first call. Oh, she got called up during the last camp.
Yeah.
She played in
but
friendly.
Because Davidson and Dahlkemper were the set center backs before Cook and Girma came, but they were both injured for the World Cup, and both of those players didn't do bad. I mean,
I think it'll be interesting to see. I would assume that there's going to be a game with Abby and Tierna playing as the backs, and then another game with.
Or I could see them mixing up pairings. I think Davidson's better than Dahlkemper, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think Cook and I think Gurma, Cook or not. No, Davidson and Gurma I think would be like starters. Like Cook is good, but I think Gurma's better, and I think
Right.
Davidson's better than Cook if she's fully healthy.
I also think Dahlkemper and Davidson might have limited minutes because they are both coming off of injuries, and Davidson is still wearing a face mask
Yeah,
from her broken
Batman.
nose.
Batman. But
Batman.
did you notice who's not in the defender column?
Listen, which one of the many? Because I will cry.
It's someone on the roster.
Oh yes,
Emily
that
Sonnet
one. I was
is in the
thinking Kelly
midfield.
O'Hara. Yeah,
Kelly O'Hara's
I
not, but she's been
love that
injured.
Emily Sonnet got moved to midfield because we saw her playing a holding mid during the last match of the World Cup, and she did phenomenal.
like
Like
everyone
the
was scared.
best
Everyone was scared
midfielder.
who's going to be Julia's replacement. Like Sullivan did fine, but like I think I don't know, it was just with the pairings that were in there, but she did fine when she was like more in like the 8 role.
Right.
Because we played 3, I think it's like an attacking and 8 and defensive. Like
Sullivan is not an aggressive defender. Like she can be physical, but she's physical attacking, not
Yeah.
defending.
Sana is just
And Sonnet is
she
just
played lights out.
a bulldozer.
So I'm excited to see how she does in this new role and to see maybe like because some people are like, oh, like you can play one game at your best, whatever, because it's like an important game. But
Right.
I think she could play like that all the time.
I'm hoping this is a permanent move for her.
I think she could fit in the midfield very well. So moving on to midfielders, we got Sam Coffey, Corbin Albert, Savannah DeMello, Lindsay Horan, Rose Lavelle, Olivia Moultrie, Jenna Niswanger. Niswanger? I don't know. It's like Nige.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go with that.
Emily Sonnet. So, I mean, the U.S. Women's National Team defensive core is pretty much Horan and Lavelle. I think
Right.
Sonnet.
Midfield core.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said defensive core.
I meant
I was like, yeah, defensive core.
I'm just like confused. But anyway, I'm like Lavelle and Horan are pretty much like your set. Like if they're healthy, they're starting, and they're obviously both attacking. So I think Sonnet could be the third person to that starting trio, but I don't know.
I'm excited that new people are getting call-ups in the midfield because I feel like
That's
the
where we
midfield
like creativity.
We lack creativity, and that midfield for so long has been so consistent. Like they have made very few changes, even during camps, to call up new players. So to see DeMello get called up for the World Cup was a shock because they.
I don't think that's
like
the right.
7
I don't
players.
think that's the right time to call up somebody.
I don't either, but I'm happy that they're doing it now and they're experimenting with players.
Yeah,
both
this
in
is
the
the right time
NWSL
to do it.
and players
And abroad.
in European leagues.
Because
So,
originally it was like if you went abroad, you're like limiting your chances to like play on the U.S. Women's National Team because that's how pretty much anyone did. But then like the league disbanded.
but once the league
Everyone
expanded,
went like a lot of people went to
abroad.
Australia.
Yeah,
The W.
I think
W
a
league.
good amount of people now, when the NWSL is on break, will go and play in Australia. I think now they don't as much because the season started to overlap.
Mhm. And I think they're getting more money. They can afford to take the off season.
Exactly.
Anyway, continuing to forwards. Chelsea, Mia Official. So I wonder how that's going to cross over, especially when Macario is back.
Right.
That's going to be your fourth. That's going to be your first sub in the midfield.
Exactly.
I think she's going to take DeMello. I think DeMello is going to be fine. She's young. She'll have years to come.
Right.
Once Horan and them are pretty much done. But I want to see how those two Chelsea players.
Like.
Yeah, but like Macario barely played for Chelsea too, but like still she's there with Hayes. And I want to see Mia Official has been doing good since she came back. I think that's going to help her because she was like at like Tigres Femenil, like
Right.
Femenales or whatever.
Yeah, down in the
Mexican League, La Liga. No,
La
not Liga.
Liga.
It's like Liga MX or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it
I
is
think
called.
it has like feminine or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think about. But anyway, I think she was like really talented. I was like, where is she going to go? And then she made that like shock decision to go there. But I think she just didn't want the like typical NWSL thing. But I think that hurt her getting national team calls now at Chelsea. She scored like her debut, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But Ashley Hatch is back. I think she's going to be our striker, like pure striker, like years to come. Because like Rodman, Smith, Williams, they're all like winger up top. Like
we don't have a true 9 role like
Yeah.
Alex Morgan plays.
But Alex Morgan probably shouldn't be there.
Right. Well,
We need
she's
a new
not.
one.
She's
And
not
actually-
on this roster.
But yes, Ashley Hatch is there. We said Rodman, Purse, Shaw, Smith, Thompson, and Williams are on the roster.
Yeah, I think I'm excited that we're experimenting with the roster again, because I don't think we've seen this much experimentation since 2016 during the She Believes Cup, actually, when they decided to try a three-back with Ali Long in the center defender.
That's
Like
wild.
that-
Allie Long in the center.
That whole experimental stage was absolutely terrifying as a fan, but then they went on and won the World Cup in 2019. So like they're going through another phase where they need to experiment and need to open up their player pool, which we saw them do with Tim Mello during the World Cup.
Mhm.
Not the right time to do it,
Yeah.
but it was starting to happen. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm happy about that.
So I think this is a good roster. We'll cover this more, I think, when it gets closer because we're obviously not in there, but that's pretty much all the information we have on it. Any other U.S. Women's National Team things you want to talk about? And if there is, and you're watching this or listening to this later, put it on our comments. We'll have some polls on our Instagram.
I think most of mine jump into the NWSL, but if you want to pull up what you're about to talk about first,
Yeah. So before we go into NWSL, there is one thing we have not discussed
at all, ever.
at all. Yeah, we haven't. We don't really talk like the
And we need to.
NCAA Women's College Cup. So, I mean, I'm pulling this up right now because I don't have all the information.
It's into the Final Four right now for all.
I'm trying to see who
divisions.
like the hosts are. Oh, it's at.
Is
Is
that
it?
Wakeman?
It's at.
It's at where the Carolina Courage play.
Yeah.
Which
The
I think
host
is
is
it's
University of
Middleton.
North Carolina, of course. Why does it
Now,
just
I
say the
am
dates?
heartbroken because the Penn State women's team was beat by Clemson, I believe.
Yeah, there's 4 teams left. There's 3 number 1 seeds left, and there's 1 number 2 seed left.
Yeah.
I'm pulling this up right now.
It's a good tournament, I believe. BYU's in.
BYU, Clemson, North Carolina, and then the 1 team. Maybe it's FSU. No, it's definitely not. No, it's Stanford. Stanford was the 2 seed. Shout out to Kelly Kerr, Kristen Press,
Right.
Stanford legends.
Is
Hey, I'm pretty sure Ashley Hatch is a BYU legend.
Yeah, I mean,
I have Sam Stobbs from Clemson. No, Florida State's not. UConn's not in it.
What?
UConn's not in it. Not
who's in
UConn. North Carolina. Why do I keep this confused?
UConn?
North Carolina's not in it. They were the host. Like they were the set host originally.
Yeah.
So it's. I was saying FSU isn't. Florida State is in it.
Okay.
Florida State, Clemson, BYU, all the 1 seeds. Stanford is the 2 seed. Sorry guys, I'm like on my last brain cell.
The BYU game was a
Wild.
thriller in the snow. It was wild. I didn't watch it, but I saw highlights. And what was the final score? 4-3.
Yeah, because it was like they were down like 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and they came back and won.
It was the story all over my feed a few days ago.
Yeah.
And it was snowing and cold, and they rallied back and won.
Yeah, but anyway, that's going to be going on, so make sure you watch out.
Make
You
sure you
watch
tune
that.
in.
I'm trying to find the channel, but I don't know.
Who do you think will win?
I don't know who's playing each other. I think Clemson's playing Florida State.
Mhm.
I'm going to say Florida State's making it to the final.
I would
They
agree with that.
had a pretty.
Because Penn State is a very, very good, solid team, and Clemson beat them by 1 goal.
I think so. I'm gonna go Stanford. I want to see the upset. I want to see a 2 seed. I just like Stanford.
I hate to say it,
You think
but
BYU?
I feel like BYU's gonna win.
Like the whole thing.
the whole thing.
Honestly, I can see that.
I
That's who I want to win. Who I think is gonna win. I think BYU, but I want Stanford.
No, I also want Stanford to win. But
So
I
want
feel like-
Stanford. I think it's gonna be BYU, Florida State in the final. BYU's winning it all.
Yeah, I just feel like BYU's team this
Showing
year,
the strength of a comeback
Right.
after down 3 goals is.
but like
insane.
multiple times this year has been in my feed for some spectacular feat that they've
Yeah.
accomplished. And I think that they have a championship team built. So I'm hoping that they can pull through. I do not want them to win. I will be cheering for Stanford, but I think that BYU will go and win it all.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Thank you.
On to some NWSL. Obviously, the season's over.
But
We
there's
talked
still
about-
news
There's always still
as the
news.
expansion draft approaches.
Racing Louisville.
You want me to say it?
Go for it.
Racing Louisville announced that their assistant coach, Bevianis, is now going to be their head coach, and the players seem ecstatic about it. So I am hoping it's a good decision. I think it'll be good for them.
Yeah.
Having,
I said you're the one who knew more about this, so I was
Yeah.
like, I'll tell you about that.
but Bev played for Gotham, and also when Old Reign was still Seattle Reign, but she was.
I wonder what's gonna happen with that, because like the Spirit's owner is a part owner of OL, the actual thing. So I wonder if they're gonna disassociate or.
Yeah, who knows? But we'll find out.
We'll find out. Another big news: Sam Lewis will not be returning to the Kansas City Current. She probably played a few games with them, and she's had this
Never again.
long-term injury. So it's either the three paths I could see for her is retirement, because it's just.
She's
been
not
out.
going to be able to recover because she's not. I mean, she'll recover and she'll be able to play again, but she's not going to make a full recovery.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about Chrissy Muse to come back, but she doesn't have the time.
I'm gonna miss the Tower of Power, but
I don't know. That's not. She could.
I don't
either-
think
she's
she'll
either
ever be
going-
the Tower of Power again.
She's either going to an expansion team,
Right.
but I'm thinking, realistically thinking, she lives in Massachusetts. That's where her husband is,
Right.
or whatever. She's been on the East Coast,
For
east side of the country. The two, I don't see her going to Utah. I only could see her going to Bay. I would not see her
Right.
going to
And
Utah.
I honestly don't see her playing next season. I don't think she's healthy
Or-
enough right now.
Dream scenario: Gotham picks her up.
I'm thinking that she lives in Massachusetts and Boston's coming in next year.
That is true. She
I
could
feel
be
like
the
she-
first signing.
She might be the first signing she's going to take this year off to get healthy and recover, because I think the problem is she's been fighting this knee injury for 2 or 3 years now,
Yeah.
since after the 2019 World Cup, which is why she wasn't selected to the 2021 squad. That math was not correct. 2022.
I think it was the 2021.
No,
She was in the
2023.
Olympics.
Oh my god.
I'm saying she was
Yeah,
in the
she was in the
2021
Olympics.
Olympics. It was the 2020 Olympics that was in 2021.
Yeah.
She basically
She
after
was
that
in that squad, and then kind of just has been.
she
battling
came
this
back too
injury.
early for the Olympics to
Right.
play, but then she just
And
wasn't
So
happy.
I'm thinking that she's going to take this year off. She's going to rest. She's going to rehab it. If she gets picked up by anyone this season, I feel like it might be across seas, and it's going to be in an easier league where she can settle in.
I just don't Sam Lewis just doesn't seem like the person who's gonna go
I don't know. but if
where
if
is an
plays
easier
again,
league?
I don't know. I have no idea. So I am honestly thinking she will take the year off, and she's gonna go to Boston.
That's a good take. But yeah, and there's been some.
She also just got married, didn't she? Like a year or two ago.
I think she got married 3 years ago.
Oh.
I thought she's been married for a while.
She's been married. Maybe she'll enjoy family life instead.
It's just
The way you type in all caps is so
It just doesn't like
chaotic.
caps lock song. Married in 2018.
Oh,
5
just
years.
kidding. She's been married for 5
happy
years.
5 years.
Happy 5-year anniversary, Sam Lewis.
It doesn't. I don't know what it says the date. Anyway, more NWSL news. Did you want to talk about some moves that have been made? Orlando,
Or it's completely protected.
they're completely protected from the expansion
And
draft.
so
I
much
don't know
money.
what they're protecting. I thought Marta was retiring, and they don't really have anyone that I would say that is worth sending that much to two teams for,
Yeah.
unless they're bringing someone over that we don't know about.
There's something. Orlando has something planned. And I don't
Same
think
here.
it's with any of their current players, because I'm going to be honest, their current players aren't that good. They were third to last this league in the league this year? Second to last?
They're above the Spirit.
Oh,
low-key.
just kidding. They were in seventh.
But the thing is, there was such a tight, from playoff contention, they were tied with Gotham for playoff contention.
Yeah.
They just lost on the tiebreaker.
They
But looking at those three teams, Gotham, Pride, and Spirit, it could have gone any way at the end of the thing, which shows how tightly the league is. I think the top four powerhouse is the mid three. I guess the top two. The top two, Wave and Thorns, were just
Right. But
pretty much
since
safe.
Orlando's entrance into the league in 2016, 17?
They've not been good.
They have had one playoff appearance and they were knocked out immediately by Chicago.
It was
So, and they've gone through 4 coaches, I believe, during that time. And they've had phenomenal coaches. Like Tom Sermani was one of their coaches, and I adore him. He is great. But there's something wrong with Orlando.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't really have any predictions for that because I just cannot even imagine what they're doing.
No idea.
Moving
So,
on,
see
I guess
how
we'll
that
just go to some teams. OL Reign is talking with it's Lavelle and Sana are both free agents. It says just when sports released that OL Reign is speaking with them pretty much almost every day, trying to figure out like they obviously want them.
I feel like they'll settle on a deal.
I don't know. I guess Sonet's been moved around like 3 times. I think the only reason she left the Spirit is because Mark Parsons.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I think she fit really well with the Spirit. Maybe she goes
I agree.
back.
It's a possibility now that he's gone.
Oh, what if they both go back?
That would be
I could
wild.
bring my number 10 Roosevelt jersey. I bought a Mallory Pugh Spirit jersey.
I did
She
too on
left
her
the
debut.
She left the next year. Then I'm like, whatever, I'll get a Roosevelt jersey. She got traded like 2 years later.
Somewhere floating around on the internet. It's a picture of me at Mallory's debut with a sign that said Mallory's debut. I was on the news that night.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
If anyone lives in the DC area and you recognize me, it's because I was on your news.
Yeah, you were on the news.
I was on your news.
I think Utah has about 6 signings now.
Yeah, Utah's been a good team. I am excited to see them.
Bay FC, I think, only has like.
They don't have that many.
I know they had like the original first signing, but I haven't heard much about them afterwards.
They traded, but not for players. It's been a lot of allocation money.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna bring people in or what. We'll see. There's not much really NWSL news because it is the off season and the moves haven't quite happened yet. Like the immediate moves have, but nothing else really major has happened. So I will go into my lovely FAWSL segment as I'm typing. Okay, standings. I'm pretty sure they're about the same. Chelsea's still in first, 3 points clear of Arsenal in second place, who are 3 points clear of Man City, who are 1 point clear of their crosstown rivals, Man United. Which, if you ask me who would be in the top 4, this is pretty much probably what I would have given to you 1 to 4.
Yep.
West Ham is in 11th. Anyway, I'll keep going. Liverpool and Tottenham, I think. Oh, that was really bad. Liverpool and Tottenham are teams that are up and coming. They're not the best. They're obviously not. They're not anywhere near the Man United or Tottenham. I mean, Liverpool beat Arsenal. They beat Chelsea before. Tottenham, I cannot say the same. I don't think they have. Maybe they probably beat Man United or Man City last year because Man City sucked.
Their men's and their women's teams are about the same. They look good for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then they fall on the outside.
They're the teams that are always like mid-table.
Yep.
Like I would say
regardless of how good their roster is.
West Ham and Villa usually are mid-table too, but they've fallen down this year. Like Everton, it's like Leicester, Everton, Brighton, Aston Villa, West Ham, Bristol City. Bristol City, I'm not surprised because they've gone up and down. And so like
they're fairly newer.
But West Ham has the same amount of points as them. You have like Rachel Daly. You have talent. I don't know what's happening.
Don't they have? Is Jordan Nobbs on that team too?
Yes. No, wait. She's at Villa. They have the same colors, and it confuses me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jordan.
And their badge shape is very similar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think it is Aston Villa.
Okay, but anyway, I'll talk about last week's matches, and then I'll go into the ones right before international break or whatever. So Man United beat Bristol City 2-0, which I honestly think they could have curb stomped them if they really wanted to, but they didn't. Man United's like on and off again. They can like compete against your big teams, but then sometimes against lower teams they'll just beat them. Like it's fine, you're winning. But goal differential could matter for one of those top 4 teams. I mean, probably not because Chelsea's the best.
It won't matter for Chelsea.
I mean, coming next week, we'll have a big matchup. But Chelsea beat Leicester 5-2. I believe Sam Kerr got a hat trick.
I believe you're correct.
Because I swear she scored 2 in like the Champions League game. No, Sam Kerr scored a hat trick in the Champions League game. She scored 1 goal in this game. Don't worry.
She's still not on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Moving
continuing on. I did watch some of these. I always get confused though. Liverpool beat Brighton 4-0. Arsenal beat West Ham 3-0. That's probably why they moved back down a little bit in the table. Everton beat Aston Villa 2-1. Man City curb stomped Tottenham 7-0. Surprisingly, no.
Yeah.
Man City had a rough year last year, but I don't think they're as strong as they have been in the past.
No, I mean they made some strong off-season signings.
Yeah, but Arsenal I think had the most, but now they have too many attacking options.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to sell because if they leave free, they're just going to be down bad.
Yeah.
In proper terms. Okay, moving on to next week's matchups. We got Man City, Aston Villa. Prediction: Man City is going to win 3-0. Brighton versus Leicester. It's going to be
I think
a
Brighton's gonna
1-1
win.
tie.
I would say 1-0 Brighton's gonna
I think
score
it's,
like a
I think
60th minute goal.
I think it's going to be a tie. Liverpool, Bristol City. Liverpool's winning 2-0. Everton, West Ham. West Ham's winning, actually. They're going to win 2-1.
I'm gonna call a 1-1 tie on
Okay. Man United, Tottenham.
that. Man United.
Man United's going to curb stomp them just like their
Like
best friend,
4-0.
Man City. No, they're going to get 5-0.
You think?
Yeah, actually, I don't know. Man United can be iffy. But,
I'm gonna say 4-0.
okay. And then the matchup we're all waiting for, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Maybe 2-2.
Nah.
No,
Try
okay.
again.
What is your thinking?
Chelsea's winning.
I mean, it's your 1 and your 2 seed.
No, because Arsenal's games they've won, like they'll be down at half, like 2 or 3-0. Like I don't know why. Like at halftime they can't. Like even though they have these, like if you go look at their scores.
They have all these attacking players and they can't score.
No, but they end up scoring in the second half. But if they get punished that early by Chelsea, they're going to be screwed because they have a solid defense.
I'm gonna
Millie
say
Bright might be out though, but I'm not sure. But still, like
I'm gonna say they're gonna go. Arsenal's gonna go into the locker room at halftime down 1-0.
they beat Bristol City 1-0. They let up the first goal. I'm pretty sure. They beat Aston Villa 2-1. I believe they let up the first goal.
So they're gonna go into halftime.
They
Chelsea's gonna
tied
be up
Man
1-0.
United.
And then Arsenal's gonna come out. score
Liverpool
1,
beat them in the first game. So like
and then
statistic-
Chelsea's gonna be up. They're gonna score like an 80th minute goal.
Sam
then
Kerr's
Arsenal's
gonna
gonna score one
score.
in
Sam
stoppage
Kerr's
time.
gonna score and Lauren James is gonna score. And Arsenal's not. Arsenal's gonna get 1 at best. Miedema will score.
Score.
And that's the WSL for you. Actually, we'll look at your Golden Boot standings.
Golden Boot.
Sam Kerr's not even on here. That's because she scores all the goals in the Champions League. The
That's
important
okay.
ones.
That's okay.
It's a tie. It's a 3-way tie for first. Martha Thomas from Spurs. Shaw from Man City. She goes by like Bunny Shaw.
Yeah.
But-
Kanisha's show is bad.
Yeah, but Lauren James for Chelsea. And then Aggie Beaver Jones is in second place with 5, which is wild. This chair is literally.
Is your chair okay?
I think it's breaking. I think I'm breaking it. Like, your chair is also. There's like the assist tie. Sam Kerr is actually tied for first in assists, which is very odd. But there's also like
Why are there like 10?
there's an
people?
8-way tie for first. I mean, West Ham player has the most amount of yellow cards, so maybe that's affecting. Katie McCabe is in second, so
No surprise.
no surprise there. Red cards. Alex Greenwood. There's like a 5-way tie for first. 4 Man City players have red cards. How did they even win?
They're an aggressive team.
That's what I'm
Is
saying.
Lana Kennedy one of those players?
Is she on there? She's not one with the
I
red
swear
card.
she had a red card at one point.
I look, you think.
So that means those players have multiple red cards.
Yeah. But like looking at going more into Chelsea versus Arsenal, the goal differential is 12 versus 21.
Okay.
But they have all those strikers, but I just don't. I think the problem is they have so much star power. Whenever they're just like, I just don't think they're putting the best chemistry people up there.
But
They're
if
just
Millie
putting.
Bright's out,
I don't know though. She's out for the international window, but I don't know if they're gonna let her play.
that would be huge though.
But still, Chelsea has so much depth.
That's fair. Arsenal doesn't really have the depth. that Chelsea
They have
does.
not on defense at least.
No, their defense is a little.
I
Pump it
mean,
in a hole.
you can put little baby Jesse Fleming in there. Oh my gosh! Speaking of Chelsea, there was a game over break that was the refereeing was horrendous.
I heard about this.
Oh
I did
my
not see it.
god, it was so bad. They called Jesse Fleming had a kick. I don't even know how to explain this. I don't even know what the camera can see. One
You need
moment.
to demonstrate.
I do. So like the box, I'm just gonna use this computer. Say this is the field going like this way. This is the goal up here.
Okay.
She tackles the girl like over here, right outside the box, but she falls in the box. But she tackles the girl outside of the
Right.
box, and like
outside
it's
the
so
box.
clear on the replay. And they called it a penalty. And then the game-winning goal they call offsides when she was about like 6 yards onside, but they don't have VAR in the Champions League. Guys, I'm still mad about it. Wait, I can probably show you. Maybe I'll show it to the camera. I have a post that my cousin already posted on my story.
I feel like you did post it on your story. You
Someone
didn't
I
send it
know
to me.
is
I know that.
just committed to Oklahoma.
Oh,
She was at Florida.
nice. Congratulations.
Okay. Tell me if it can see this.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just gonna bring this with me. Wait,
I can see it.
it's not gonna focus. But I mean, you can kind of see the blurry lines.
You can see the blurry lines.
I don't know how to get it to focus. One moment. I'm figuring this out because you guys need to see this.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So this was a penalty. Look where she tackled her. Like, that's the box line. That's like,
That's absurd.
and look at the offsides. That player was called offsides. And let me zoom in. She has 1, 2, 1, 2,
Ooh.
3, 4, 5 players on sides.
I'm actually wondering.
They didn't call him off. They said that she was offsides. Like, they didn't touch the ball. They didn't touch the play at all.
Right, but did they cause the defenders to move?
I don't think so. Look, that defender's not even near them. This one, I'm showing you. So this number 15 is not even near those two players.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I think it froze.
that's
That's awful.
yeah, that's bad officiating, especially at that level. At that level,
Okay, let me
that's
refocus
bad.
this.
I think it would have been a different story if she was closer to the players, but she wasn't.
I know.
Was the ball played over the top?
I think so. Like, it didn't even like go through. Like, I think it was a header. Yeah, I think she ran onto it.
But did it go over top those players that were in the box?
I think so. I don't know, but they didn't touch it. Like, it was through the ground. They said like they didn't give a very good reason why.
That's the only reason I could think of because
But that's still not an
if it
offsides
went
call.
over the players in the box who were offsides and they had pulled their defenders into that position. That's the only thing I can think of.
But
the
I'm
other
saying
player's so far away.
If they had VAR, it would have been overturned.
Right, I agree.
And that penalty should have never happened. That shouldn't even happen, even if there wasn't. That was so clearly obvious.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we have anything else to talk about.
We actually do.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, Sam and Christy. We talked about how they announced their engagement like through people, whatever. But they posted the pictures. And
They've
they were the
officially announced it.
best. They're Instagram official.
Yes. And the pictures were adorable.
They were.
Christy seemed so happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's not surprising Sam proposed, but
It's not. But Christy's reaction was the cutest thing ever. So, congratulations to them. Officially, congratulations this time. So,
I'll show them the pictures.
show them the picture.
And then
We'll sign off.
signing off.
I'm just gonna people watch, right? Let me pull it.
Yeah, we're in our library and there's like a little window.
A huge window.
Okay, wait. Am I focused? No. Is that focused?
It's close enough.
Wow, my camera's really good. You're really blurry. Anyway, just the shock.
It's adorable. Look at that smile,
The
though.
big rock. Her just like
Existing.
yeah.
This is how we know that Sam is getting paid great money.
Yeah. That's a big rock. Bigger than literally Dwayne. All right.
If you're not getting her a rug bigger than Dwayne,
That's
then
the way
you're not
The
doing
Rock
it
jumps.
right. Wow. I think that's all we have for this session.
Thanks for popping in. We're actually gonna record on Thursdays now. Thursdays at 3:15. Be there or be square.
Circle.
Why?
I don't know, because it's different.
Be there or be a trapezoid.
Be there or be a hexagon.
Be there or be a dodecagon.
Hexagon is at the 12th
I think so. Because I think be a dodecahedron.
I just remember the cards. Did you have the flashcards with the shapes? It was like when you did vocab and you have to like do the definition. I had that with shapes in my 5th grade class. Oh, we're Googling it.
I spelled that wrong, so.
It's close enough.
No, I hit a slash, so it's gonna say no results.
The site can't even be reached. Dodecahedron.
12?
20?
Yeah, because it's like a 3D version. A dodecahedron is like the big version of it.
So that's like a cylinder.
It's like a dice, like a 12-sided dice. But
I love when you said dice and I said cylinder.
well, that's
A pyramid.
not quite right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I have a lot of hair. Gotta put those suckers back. Anyway, we'll be back Thursday. Listen, and this will be on YouTube. Bye. Thank you for listening. If you're on the audio services, bye.
Don't forget to engage with our accounts.
Subscribe, please. We
Subscribe.
have one
We need
subscriber, and I
money.
think it's me.
We are our own biggest fans.